for sending over the documents on the TAP program or the grant for the Hawk system. In that checklist, it specifically talks about whatever you submit for your estimate is on you. Anything that comes back and is an overcost, the agency is on the hook for it. And that's kind of where I'm coming from on that aspect of, I don't want to see us on the hook for an unforeseen cost because of unexpected, just like the downtown revitalization. We had wooden water pipes. I mean, all these things that came into it that was unforeseen, that we had to come back with money to find how we're going to come with that. So that's just my 2 cents, and I will get off my soapbox on that.
Council want to work on
I appreciate your opinion. My TAC Ps, they train, and then execute. They don't train while they're executing. So to Councilman McCarthy's point, it could eventually, if there was an error, accident, whatever, could cost money in the long run, right? So.
All right, council. What do you want to do? So I guess my question to you all is, am I starting tomorrow or not? Paul, what am I, do I tell everyone not?
You are, well, again, I'm shooting.
I mean, I know they all work for me and I can tell them, hey, go out and start working. I know I can do that, but I don't want them to start working and then.
You mean our guys?
Yeah.
Is that the breaking ground part?
Yeah.
And then.
No.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Anthony, Guho starts tomorrow.
Yes.
Sorry.
Again, I'm shooting from the hip a little bit without having read the agreement, but my opinion is until a different agreement is negotiated and until those quote unquote parties wish to convene with us, we need to operate on the agreements that have been executed.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor.
Councilman Sanders.
Thank you. Paul, I believe is giving you good advice in this. Not that I'm licensed to judge the quality of your advice.
A lot of people do say it's okay.
And I will simply say that when Paul gets the opportunity to review them, which now probably will take up some of his time tomorrow, I believe he's going to find the same things I found, that the work can't continue, but there is an article which talks to being able to suspend work. If we have new negotiated agreements, if our partners see the value or want to avoid the potential risk that we've discussed here tonight, then that is an option under existing contract that would allow us to not continue working and continuing to run up bills against the system we may modify.
So at the end of the day, it just looks like keep it going and just cut out $500,000 of the project. There's no benches, no nothing. You know what I mean? Like we could always do that. Right.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I mean, as far as us not expending, you know, our in-kind work. Yeah, or I mean, I don't see how we're obliged to do in-kind work, although I'm not going to say this on the record. I can envision ways that, you know, Pioneer or whatever says your in-kind work was essential for our branding.
right.
And so I can't.
All right. So
Mayor,
with Councilman Harjo.
I have one more thing, and I'm sorry to keep dragging this out. There's also this concept that it's not just Guho. There's Utardi, Row Painting, B&T Construction, Madison Roofing, Allowance, ABS, Northwest Interiors, Great Floors, AA Action Painting. There are dozens of subs that, from the perspective of a business owner who has to project manage for their shop, I also sympathize not just with Anthony, but with all of these subs that he has gone out through the lawful process of bidding these subcontractors, which some city staff and myself were present for at the park. This isn't just well, let's just wait and hit pause because the URA, who we don't get to steer exactly what they do with their funding, they can come up with their own projects. Like, this is a partnership The URA does not report to the city of Mountain Home. We develop a partnership with them. And I'm having a fundamental issue with this concept that there could be this funding and there could be this economic impact when there's like direct economic impact through all of these and more that I could name here that absolutely will have to change their schedules or bow out of the project altogether that's already been bid because they've put their time and effort and invested their time through their project managers and their scoping to bid on these projects. So if you put that date out into 27 and 28, now you're affecting every single one of these. And oh, by the way, the cost goes up. Again, I appreciate the logic. I appreciate the thorough thought in the consideration of the tax dollar. However, I think looking more at the global view of what has been accomplished, unfortunately, you were not here for the context that comes with that. And I think it would be highly unfortunate to deviate from what has been set out, the work that has been done thus far, the agreements that have been made, the partnerships that have been made, to satisfy curiosity rather than understanding what the actual impact literally tomorrow would be. Tomorrow.
Councilwoman Workla.
I'll put you on the spot here.
Good.
Why did we have a special meeting on December 16th outside of a regular city council meeting to solidify a lot of this? Why couldn't we have just waited until tonight?
That's the time that the council could meet,
But why did you make a special meeting outside of a regular city council meeting?
because that was the time the council could meet.
Mayor.
So we're not gonna play, why'd you do this? Or you're not gonna point fingers. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna turn this into a TV reality show.
Oh, gosh.
So
Well, I'm trying to make a point to Councilman Harjo's point. He just said, we got all this in place. We got all this in place. Well, in my opinion, it got all in place in a rush before the new council could come on and make these preliminary decisions. Now they're picking up a mess. I won't say a mess, but they're picking up pieces that they don't feel comfortable voting on, according to your quote. Okay. So I haven't been comfortable from the very beginning, but put me aside. Who cares? I think Paul deserves the due respect to go through your concerns. I think Councilman Harjo owes the due respect to do all the research that he does, right? And bring these people, bring the URA, bring GUHO, bring them all to the table and just throw out all the pros and cons and is there going to be a lawsuit if there's not, whatever. My number one concern was the in-kind work. And I never got the answer down, right, of what that number would be. So, and I also agree with you, the economic impact, not bidding that out. Okay, again, let's have a special meeting and bring it to a vote.
council, what day do you want to have a special meeting?
Time being, Mr. Mayor,
Councilman Sanders.
time being of the essence, I'm going to recommend the 15th, 5 p.m. or 5:30. Sufficient time to give notice to our partners should they want to have someone come in, and then a reasonable time, not inside their normal business hours.
Thank you. You said 5:30 on Thursday?
Councilwoman Workla, hang on a second. Councilman Sanders, are you finished?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Councilwoman Workla.
You said 5:30 on Thursday?
I did.
I agree to that.
Councilman McCarthy.
I agree with 5:30 time.
All right, let me. All right. So is that a motion? Councilman Sanders?
That was a request. I can't make a motion
Oh,
on discussion
touche.
on the item. But we have 3 council members.
So we will put that on for 5:30 Thursday. So with that, I will tell this body right now, we're going to continue with the ribbon cutting and we're still to continue with the work. We're going to continue. No disrespect to the council or whatever. I just want you to know that, one, I'm not going to put us in a lawsuit just in case if you read something that says, yeah, you violates them, I just want you guys to know that that's
Legally
what,
obligated to it.
well, I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just letting you guys know. So this is a pretty big deal. It's generational decisions that we all make, right? And so I just want you to know I'm going to continue. I'll do the groundbreaking. I will reach out to Guho. Well, I'll see Pioneer tomorrow. I will see URA tomorrow, and we'll go hither from there. But I'll let them know and invite them to the meeting, special Thursday at 5:15 or 5:30.
Mr. Mayor, thank you for the support and the opportunity to get this taken care of.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. Well, like I said, next time let's just like I said, I know you got your information late. Come on in. Let's powwow about it. Okay. All right. With that, can I adjourn the meeting? We good?
Final.
Oh, final comments, you think? All right. Meeting adjourned.
Councilman Sanders, can you email that